Hi, my name is Rosica, and this is the Midnight Reader, and welcome to my little corner of the internet.com. And today I thought we would do a chat and chill. I thought we would do something a little bit more informal because that's what my life requires. Like a little check-in for how everything's going. First off, thank you to so many of you who put nice, kind, heartfelt comments in my last video where I talked about losing my dog, because I was having a really hard time, and I'm still having a hard time, but I feel like I'm not being drowned by my grief anymore as much as it just sneaks up on me. I'm not gasping for air as much is all I can say. It does no good to say at the time that it does get a little bit better every day, but it is the truth. Time does help not heal, but it helps numb the grief. Thank you if you were kind enough to leave a comment on that video. And also, so many of you talked about losing your own pets. A lot of you recently. I am so sorry to you as well, because it is a totally crap club to join to lose the fur babies. So I can certainly attest that it wholeheartedly sucks. And I'm sorry if you've been admitted to that club. Nothing really makes it better, because they're family, and it sucks to lose your family. Emotions. I don't know why I swat at emotions like they're flies, but I need to clear the air like it's a fart, like an emotional fart. I need to not talk about grief today because I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. So we're gonna take advantage of an okay day. So channel news, I just passed 400 subscribers. Which is really cool. Why are you here? I mean, do tell. Why are you here? Inquiring minds wish to know. This is really cool for me, so I really appreciate each and every one of you who has liked, who has subscribed to my videos in their eclectic madness. It's really fun for me. This is a top-notch hobby. This is a thoroughly big slice of my personality right now. I very much enjoy my secret identity as a booktube vlogger, and I really appreciate all the people who put me here, who keep my enthusiasm up for making these videos, for people who comment, for people who say nice things on the videos, for people who I'm now actually friends with in real life. It's really cool to do this thing on the internet and to just yap about books, because I like to talk. My mouth is almost always open. Channel things, as I'm sure you know if you've watched any recent videos, my life is chaos, okay? I am currently getting ready to move into a house that I bought, a real house that I own, that I have to pay my mortgage on and rent. And oh God, financially devastating. I'm never gonna recover financially. How exciting! This is so exciting. So that's taking up a large chunk of my free time, is trying to pack and get ready for the move and sell things on Facebook Marketplace. And by sell things, I mean to get ghosted by pastors, to have literally 0 people read the listing, to have 110 people ask me, is this item available? And then ask no further questions when I tell them that it is. Moving's really fun. I have to pack up this bookish area soon. That is currently happening. I figured I'd talk to you about how my goal has been going, which is to clear off the TBR shelf. It would have been great had I thought of statistics and listed out all the titles and how many books I had on here. Thanks, past me. So my TBR shelf actually used to be 2 shelves. It was this shelf and this shelf, which is just now empty and full of trash. Pay no mind. These are all the books that's left on my TBR shelf. There were originally 30 books when I started in January, and that was my goal, to read everything on the TBR shelf, or at least make a big dent in it. And then anything that I don't read is gonna explode, and then I'm either gonna decide if I really want to keep it or just get rid of it. I'm actually also currently reading Wuthering Heights, so this one can come off the TBR shelf too. I'm reading it! It is taking a lot of mental effort. So currently what's left on the TBR shelf, not counting Wuthering Heights, 13 books. And I originally started with 30 in January. So I think that's pretty good, because I've been reading other books as well. And also, I just don't always want to read these. I figured I'd go through them real quick, because I'm pretty sure there are books in here I'm absolutely not going to read. And then books I just don't want to keep. Agatha Christie, The Murder at the Vicarage. I'm not taking you with me. I love Agatha Christie. I have no desire to read that book right now, it's gonna go to the library sale. The Book of Fairy and Folk Tales of Ireland by W.B. Yeats, which I bought in Ireland and I've been meaning to read for, wait for it, like 5 years. Want to keep this? One, because it's an emotion book. Like I have emotional attachment to it. I'll try to read it or read something out of it. We'll see. Kim by Rudyard Kipling. I don't know if I'm going to read it, but I still think this is one of the coolest looking books that I own. So yeah, we'll keep that too. And I have a bunch of books from my dad. They're all history books and I just haven't been in a history mood. I'm having like a really hard time with nonfiction lately. That's not memoir. So we'll see if I have the attention span for this. This one is actually checked out at my library right now. Like I have it on audiobook if I can muster the desire to read it. I'm going to keep this on the shelf for now because I'm either going to read it by July or I'm going to mail it to my dad by July. The Marquis by Laura Arruccio. My biggest problem is that I can't find e-reader or audiobook copies for this book, and I just don't want to read it in print. Same thing. I'm keeping it. If I don't read it by July, I'm mailing it back to my dad. I have a big interest in the Marquis de Lafayette, so I know I'll probably enjoy it if I can muster the brain cells. Wash Away by Jeff Williams. This is also from my dad. This one I also have as a copy on e-reader. I really wish it was an audiobook. I have an easier time with like nonfiction and history when it's in audiobook format because when I get bored, it just keeps going. And if I didn't listen for 5 minutes, at least I advanced in the book. Same thing. If I can't read it by July, mailing back to dad. Butterflies in November. Calm down. Marquis. Butterflies in November by something Olafsdottir. I got this in Iceland. I'm not getting rid of this. I would really love to read it. This would be a higher priority to try to finish by July. Arabian Nights. I'm not going to read this. I'm getting rid of it. It's a beautiful copy. You're welcome, book sale. Farewell Addresses. This is like 10 pages. Like, I should be able to read this. We'll keep it for now. If I can't read it by July, it explodes. The Rosie Effect. My problem is this is the second book in a series, and while it is a romance and I'd probably enjoy it, I'm not reading it right now. Book sale! Sacred Cows and the Chicken Manchurian. This is one of those books that makes me feel smart because I stole it from a little book library at one of the Yale schools, one of the Yale houses. It's like a house. It's fucking Yale is like Harry Potter, okay? I got this from one of the like common area tiny libraries and it makes me feel smart and it's quite thin. It's less than 200 pages. Like most of this is index. I can read this. And then I will decide if I can take it with me. Louise Penny, A Trick of the Light. This is the next book in the Inspector Gamache series. I'm sure I'll love this. I have no desire to read it right now. Book sale. The Odyssey by Homer. I'm probably going to make a pass for this because I really like the copy. And even if I don't read it, which I'm definitely not by the end of July, I'm going to keep it because I think I will enjoy it, even if I don't want to read it right now. And also it's like, it's very tiny. I don't think this is really going to make or break the weight restrictions of moving. So you can stay. Daughter's book on the shelf. 4 more books to the book sale. There's also one over here, which I decided, I guess technically 5, because I totally decided I'm not going to read Ellen Hildebrand this year. I picked up the audiobook a couple of times and just started and stopped it because I just can't. Well, that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books left on the TBR shelf to try to finish by July 1st. 3 of them, though, belong to my dad. So if I can't finish them by July 1st, those will be mailed back. Versus exploded. And by exploded, I mean given to the public library. So I think I did actually pretty well. I think I made good progress on my TBR shelf. Everything up here is part of the permanent collection, which is only about 3 shelves. Books that I'm currently reading. I'm reading The Wild Silence by Raynor Wynn. It's a nonfiction memoir. The first book chronicles the author and her husband's walk after they become homeless by losing their dream home in their late midlife. Instead of sitting and feeling sorry for themselves, they literally put their life into some backpacks and take a walk, and they walk around the coastal trail in England. Her husband was also diagnosed with like a fatal neuromuscular wasting disease. So they were dealing with that, which is also one of the reasons they decided to walk, and it improves his health. This is the second book in the series, which kind of deals with the aftermath after they finish their walk, what they do then, what her husband is doing as his condition starts to progress after they stop walking. I'm enjoying it. I really wasn't that into it in the first half of it, but it's pretty good. Fates and Furies by Lauren Graff. I'm DNFing this book. Bye. It's so pretentious. So pretentious. Yeah, this is the most pretentious thing I've ever touched. I got it at a book sale. I was interested by it. I've seen the cover on the booktubes. It's supposed to be the portrait of a marriage. The first half is written by the husband, and then the second half is written by the wife. I was fully like 200 pages into this, and I just can't. Like, I can't wait for something interesting to happen. It's just all these rich, boring people with their rich, pretentious problems just being jackholes to each other, and I don't care. Book sale. On audiobook, I'm currently listening to Welcome to the Hyomdong Bookshop, which is a Korean translated novel, and I'm really, really liking that. I had middle hopes because whenever I read books that are supposed to be kind of cozy about books or, you know, various sort of shop things, tend to be very hit and miss. I didn't really like the Kawagama Food Detectives, which is supposed to be like about a father-daughter detective agency restaurant. I also didn't really like Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. I felt that one was very mid. This one is really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm listening to it on audiobook. It's a story about a young woman who we know for some reason has sort of abandoned her life and gone off and done her big dream of running a bookshop. It's obviously Korean translated fiction. It's really good. I'm really enjoying the character development. It's very cozy, but it also has a plot. It's doing some character study. I'm interested. I'm liking it. I'm hoping it sticks the landing. And that's kind of what I'm up to right now. I figured I'd do something a little more low-key right now. I have to kind of figure out what I want to do with this channel because the videos I really want to make are more like themed reads. I have a set theme or a type of book, and then, you know, we do a little vlog and reviews of those books, and it's all one video. However, that has proven to be difficult for two reasons. One, because I am very much a mood reader, and I really dislike having to stick to set TBRs. And I'm trying to figure out ways that I can make this work for me because those are the types of videos that I really want to make. The other thing that's been difficult is that it takes quite a bit of planning. Like I'm a library reader. I'm not purchasing these books. I'm not spending all my money on this. So I have to kind of plan in advance the themes so that I have the books available. I have to do way more admin work for planning this channel than I'm currently doing, and I'm putting it out there on the universe so that I can actually hold myself accountable and just do the thing, because those are the videos that I want to make. I have a whole list like on my little notes tab of like all these videos that I'm really stoked to make. I just have to read the books. I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. I'm hoping I can make my brain work that way. And the other thing I think I'm going to try to do is, instead of trying to be like, oh, here's 5 themed books, here's like 2 themed books. I think I could probably make my mood reader brain stick to 2 books versus 5. That's the life. We're giving away this big stack of books to the library book sale. Hopefully going to be going to my local one in June, one more time before I leave. Obviously, I can't really bring too much with me, but maybe I can get a book or 2 for the road, and I'm going to try to get some books for baby girl. Since she is an actual huge bookworm. Like, my kid is a little over 1 year old. She loves books. Like, if you take a book away from her, there is a nuclear meltdown. It's a bad time. There's screaming, there's crying, it's bad. My new favorite crime of hers that she's embarked on is book thieving. So after I put her to bed for the evening, what she's been doing is she can reach her bookshelf from her crib. She's sticking her little noodle arms through the baby jail bars. She's pulling the books off the shelves, and occasionally she's getting successful at, you know, catching them, and she's pulling the books in, and I keep coming in to check on her, and she's fallen asleep holding books, and she's like staying up late and reading them, and oh my god, if this is not my child. No maternity test required. It's really cute though. And at least she has the decency to both fall asleep at the scene and already be in jail. So it's pretty easy to police. That's my current life. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take a little bit of my free time and admin out the videos I want to do, and that may mean that I make less of them. It may just be like they're every 2 weeks because that's how my life is right now. I'm trying to stick to every 2 weeks. I would really like to get back to weekly videos, but that's just, I'm probably not going to be able to do that till after I move. Also, just because for filming and editing, all the editing equipment is in my daughter's room right now, and when we move, it will not be, which means that I can edit when she's sleeping, which would be great. I'm hoping to punch up the video quality and make the videos that I really want to make soon. So, all that to say, thank you all for helping me get to 400 subscribers. If you made it this far in the video, please comment below why you watch this channel, because I kind of genuinely want to know. Also tell me if there's any videos in particular that you would like me to make, because I'm making this for me, but I'm also making it for you. So if there's videos you'd like to see more of, please let me know.